and thank you for joining us for another episode of the Epic Live podcast. Today we will be launching a special episode called Epic Arts Behind the Scenes, where we're going to be talking with some of our guest chefs and guest art instructors and hearing about their story and what they do here at the Epic and what we can do to see them next. So today we are very thankful to have Miss Kelly Jaggers join us. She is an accomplished chef and a cookbook author from the Grand Prairie community.
That's right, yeah.
Absolutely. And we're going to get to hear a little bit more about you and what you do. So
well, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Tell us a little bit about your story and how you came to be here as an instructor at the Epic.
Sure. Well, I've written 12 cookbooks.
Congrats.
Thank you. Number 13 comes out later this year, and then I just started number 14. So
that's amazing.
I've been writing cookbooks for the last 10 years or so. And I've been a Grand Prairie resident since 2000, so happy to have been here for a very long time. I ended up seeing an advertisement online for culinary classes for the Epic, and I thought, that sounds fun. So I attended one. I had a great time. And I thought, I want to do this too. So cooking classes is something that I've done before. I've done in-house cooking classes, private cooking classes, and I thought, why not break out into the realm of community cooking classes? And I've hosted a couple here now, and they've been a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So about your cookbooks, what kind of subject matter do those cover?
Oh boy, I've written a lot of different books. So I've written 2 on pie. I've written one on muffins, 1 on bacon, 1 on Asian cuisine, kind of spanning the whole region. 1 on Dutch oven cooking. I've written 3 on the Instant Pot. 1 was a bestseller in Canada. Woo-hoo.
Woo!
Woo! And then I've written 2 books so far, with soon to be a 3rd coming out related to cooking for one. So one of them is baking for one of them is Mediterranean diet for one, and the next one coming out is meal planning for one.
Wow.
So it'll be really exciting.
That is super exciting. And I've read Baking for One. It is so nice
Thank you.
to get those portions in control because I know I'm definitely guilty of cooking at home and then just pouring the whole box of pasta, and it's like, oh great, what am I gonna do now? So definitely those are so helpful. Such great cookbooks.
I mean, if you're cooking for yourself, or even if you're cooking for you and, like, say, a spouse and a couple of kids, sometimes it's difficult to have 3 or 4 dozen cookies around.
Right.
But, like, 6 really big cookies is nice.
Yeah.
It's a serving. They're not going to go to waste. And you're also not going to have, like, all the cookies.
Right.
I mean, I like to have all the cookies. Right.
I would love all the cookies myself.
And I'm pretty sure the clothing manufacturers would like me to eat all the cookies, too, because I keep sizing up. But anyway.
Absolutely. Oh man, that's so good. So off of the cookbook topic, what kind of classes do you teach here at the Epic?
So I taught a class on how to make breads for the holidays. And so everyone got to come in. We made bread together. I had some ready to go for them to taste. And then everyone could take their bread rolls ready to go, bake at home. Or put in the freezer for later. You could do it either way. So they had fresh bread for the holidays.
Oh,
and
love that.
I mean, who doesn't love fresh bread, right?
There's nothing better than some fresh baked bread.
I mean, one of the tricks they always tell you if you're trying to sell a house is either bake some cookies or bake some bread before a showing to make the house smell like homey and full of baked goodness, right?
This is multiple levels of tips.
I'm
Culinary
just telling
tips, real estate tips.
I'm not a real estate professional. Let me just put that disclaimer out there.
Okay.
I'm a professional in making your house smell amazing, though.
Okay, yeah.
Baking some cookies or baking some bread before a showing is a great way to do that. Anyway, that's off topic. And then the other course that I taught, I basically did the Mediterranean diet for one class. So I had the new book coming out, and so I demoed a few of the recipes, had some folks in to come and be a part of that, and then we got to eat together, which was a lot of fun.
That is so great.
Yeah.
Wonderful. What would you say is a favorite moment from those classes that you had?
I would think the breads class. That was my first hands-on class here at the Epic. So it was exciting, number one, to come in and do that and to kind of like learn the space and get to know the community and the people who come in to work here. And then also just kind of watching everyone kind of their eyes light up when they realize, oh, this is how this works. Or, oh, that's why my bread never worked at home. Or asking me questions and me being able to answer them. I love to teach people about food. One of the reasons I write books is to be able to do that. And then also to do it in person. It's so much fun. It's so rewarding.
Absolutely.
To have someone come in and not understand something fully and walking out feeling super confident that they can do it at home, replicate what we did, and be successful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's probably the best part about our in-house programming as well as our guest chef series is just the people that come up to me after class and they're like, oh my gosh, I had so much fun. I feel so much more confident. I feel more adventurous now. Like I want to go try new things. So that's So great. What a
That's
great
the point,
story.
right?
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
That's what we're here to do. We're here to provide, not just a fun time, but that's part of it. Like, it's a big part of,
Of
it. Like, have a
course.
good time.
I mean, how can you have a bad time making some bread, right?
I mean, honestly, right? But also to provide lifelong knowledge and maybe knowledge they can pass to others too.
Of course.
Right? That's what we're looking for.
Of course, of course. So you're just such a wealth of knowledge. Everybody's got that take-home tip, right? Or that piece of advice that they always give students. What is your favorite piece of like quotable advice or little tip that kind of gave you a breakthrough?
Read your recipe from start to finish before you start making it 2 times.
2 times.
Read it twice.
Read it twice.
Yes.
I love that.
Seems nice, make it twice. So we're going to read it 2 times.
Read it 2 times.
There's inevitably going to be an area where you have to divide an ingredient or you have to start with maybe 3 of the ingredients and create like a little sauce or a little melange of some kind and set it aside. If you just start throwing things into a pot, you might not be successful if maybe those steps aren't followed correctly.
Right.
So,
especially when you're learning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it may seem kind of silly, especially maybe for me, a more seasoned cook to think of that way. But I mean, even I, as someone who has cooked for years and been to school, I sometimes don't read the recipe all the way through, and I regret it later.
Oh yeah, I did that just
I know
today.
what I'm doing. This is fine, and
I
it's
did
not
that
fine.
just today with my lunch. I was like, well, we'll wing it from here,
It'll be fine.
It'll
We'll
be
fix it. It'll be okay.
Right.
No one's paying for this. I'm eating it. It's okay. But
Right.
honestly though, I mean, it's the best tip I can offer to someone who wants to be better at cooking. Read your recipe through twice, start to finish.
What a wonderful tip.
Yeah.
What a wonderful tip. Thank you so much for that tidbit for our audience.
I mean, aside from baking bread and cookies before a real estate showing,
Yeah, we got multiple levels of tips going on here today. So, tell me about your dream program or your dream class that you're looking forward to doing in the future.
So I think it would be fun to do a date night class where we get together with couples. It can be couples or friends or moms and dads or, whomever, cousins, grandmas, grandpas, anyone in your life that you want to cook with, and create a 3-course meal that you then sit down and enjoy after the class is over.
Oh, man, that would be so neat. Yeah. Talk to me after this.
I think we should have a conversation
I think we need to
about
have
this.
a chat about that. I think our guests would really love that too. Like
Yeah.
just a more expanded workshop style.
Exactly.
Currently, our style is that 1 hour to 2 hour class format. But I think, let's talk after
I think a
this.
date night class could be a lot of fun. Not only just because you're going to learn how to make these dishes, but then you get to sit down and enjoy them with other people. But you've made it. You made this food. You've had some guidance. You have great recipes, a wonderful place to prepare. But you get to sit down and make the food you made together. And I think that's it'd be really special.
Maybe cookbook for 2 coming up.
Should be, right?
Right. Hey, that's
I
something.
should call my publisher after we're done. We'll talk first.
We'll talk. Your people will talk to my people.
Exactly.
Right? All right.
I don't have people. It's just me.
Oh. Well, your publisher then.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. All right. So before we go ahead and close the show today, what's next for you and for your partnership with the Epic, or just you and your career?
Sure.
What's coming up?
Well, aside from talking to you about the date night dinner for
Date
3,
night dinner.
yeah, that did.
Yeah.
I just wrapped up my 13th cookbook. It is the meal planning for 1 cookbook. We're really excited to have that one. It's going to be coming out sometime in the summer. You can find it anywhere cookbooks are sold. And then I just started this week my 14th book, which is going to be a restaurant copycat cookbook.
Oh,
yeah,
that one's good.
I think so. I mean, we're in an economy right now where your dollar's not going as far. People still love to go out to eat, right? Like you like to go to your favorite restaurants, but boy, oh boy, it could get a little expensive.
Oh yeah.
So this is a book that's going to help you recreate some of those favorite recipes from, some of your favorite restaurants like Longhorn Steakhouse, Olive Garden, Red Lobster. A lot of fun places in there with kind of those really popular menu items. A whole section on beverages as well. So we have coffee drinks, cocktails, mocktails. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh man, I'm already looking forward to book 14.
Yeah,
but
200 recipes. So I've got a lot of work ahead of me, but it's going to be fun.
That is going to be so much fun. Well, Kelly, again, thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you all for watching another episode of Epic Live Podcast. This has been our first episode of Epic Arts Behind the Scenes, and we'll see you next time. Bye.